I could just listen to my theme song all night. Unfortunately, I just can't do that. That would be the whole show. Just keep playing Quincy Jones over and over again. Good evening. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep. With the I turned into Bill Cosby there. The greatest love songs of all time, right here on WOSD Radio, DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis, WNRadio.com. Your home for today's R&B and old school and all of that stuff. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, officially checking in. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you guys, your patience and everything else while I set up my Facebook page so you guys can see how funny looking I really am. Now, back in the day, I used to be fine. Oh my God, I was cute back in the day. Then my hair started falling out. Then my teeth started falling out, and I got old. I got old, and women just didn't dig me anymore. I mean, back in the day, I was all cute and stuff, but now, they say they don't want to call me old to my face. They say, well, you're distinguished now. You're aging fine like wine. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that stuff. You gonna be with me or what? What? I mean, really, just be honest. Anyway, coming up in our last hour, we do a little thing we call foreplay. Four songs by one of your favorite artists or groups, male or female. And like I said, comes up in our last hour, right here on Bedtime Stories. With your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, with Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Eat some of this food here. I know you all say you always come on eating. Yeah, I do. I come on eating because I'm real. I come on eating because I'm real. Like Bernie Mac. I'm real. I say stuff you can't say. I say stuff you can't say. You can't say out loud. You wish you could say some of the stuff I say, but you can't say it. I'm the Mac man. Anyway, my phone is ringing. That means somebody is not listening again. It's probably Casper. He usually calls me when I'm on the air. I don't call him when he's on the air, do I? No, I don't. Nope, 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 nope. Don't mess with him. Yeah. I'm going to go to one of his performances right in the middle and just, hey, what you doing? Like, Al, I'm in the middle of, my pantomime. What you doing, man? What you doing? You're the king of pantomime. What you doing, man? You pantomiming? Mm-mm. Everybody wants to be the king of something. Black Ice is the king of poetry. Farley Jackmaster Funk is the king of house music. Casper is the king of pantomime. This other DJ, I can't think of his name, said he's the king of the mix. I'm like, okay. Okay, can bring the speakers this week or next week. Either is fine. Okay. Pam Hawkins, what's going on? Pamela C. Hawkins with the electric car. Mm-mm. See, that's another example of, my used to be fineness. People come over my house and they never come back. Anyway, I'm just pulling your leg, sweetheart. I'm just saying things that y'all just think about saying. Taking a night off, giving the car a break, charging it up, huh? I know that's right. Yeah, get the car a rest. Mm-mm. An electric car. And it's funny because for those of us that grew up watching the Jetsons, remember the Jetsons, right? If you ever watched the Jetsons as a kid, all of that stuff they're doing in there has come true. If you go to the airport, there's a moving sidewalk, right? Don't move as fast as the Jetsons, though. They pull out their phone. They can see you on the phone. That's camera phone. Big screen drops down. What's that? That's Skype. So everything that they've done, Rosie's a robot. They got robots now. All of that stuff has come true. The only thing that hasn't come true is the flying cars yet. But I bet you in a few years, we're going to have that. We're going to have that. But if you watch the Jetsons, you're like, oh man, that's right. Oh man, look at that. I was watching one episode of the Jetsons, and old girl put a filter on her face because she didn't have her makeup on. You can do that. Preston Shanks, what's going on? AZ, the Love Song with commentary. That'd be me. But am I right? Preston, am I right? If you watch the Jetsons, everything has come true. There's going to be flying taxis to O'Hare in 2025. I wouldn't doubt that. Flying taxis. But my thing is, with the flying taxis, would you have to get a pilot's license, or can you just get a regular driver's license? Brothers be running into each other in the sky. Man, how fast this thing go? Mm-mm. Be killing each other in the sky. Like, dang. Mm-mm. I mean, we already have, the helicopters and stuff. The helicopters are pretty fast. you know. Man, he had such the voice, I tell you. Donny Hathaway, he was always in the background. You know, he didn't have too many big hits, but he was always in the background. He was a producer, he was an arranger, you know, songwriter, always in the background until, you know, he teamed up with Roberta Flack and signed to Atlantic Records. Before that, he was a staff writer for Curtom Records, which was Curtis Mayfield's label. But before that, he was always in the background. He was always, you know, the man in the back, the man playing the piano, the man doing the arrangements, writing the songs and everything else, like Curtis Mayfield was. But of course, he had his group as well. Donny Hathaway, you were meant for me. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Pam Hawkins and Preston Shanks, who are watching me right now on Facebook Live. You can also watch me on YouTube, Twitter, and what's that other one? YouTube, Twitter. It's a third one, but I can't think of it right now. Yeah. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. That's enough, right? Hello to Phyllis. She said, are you feeling better, buddy? Because yesterday you were doing a bit of a cough. I was, you know, but today, miraculously, it disappeared. I drank some aloe vera juice and it went away. You know, I tried to find the aloe vera juice at Walgreens. They didn't have it. So there's a person that sells aloe on our radio station. I'm going to see them on Saturday. Trust me. It's Booker T. Jones. Yep, Phyllis, I feel much better today. I don't know what it was, but I think it was that because I got up. Well, before I went to bed last night, I used my my humidifier. You know, put a little water in it, a little. They say you should put salt in it because the salt helps with the steam. Well, you know, I put a pinch of baking soda in there, and it worked. You know, Rita. So it kind of worked out. You know, I got to work. I was doing a little coughing at work, and then, like I said, something said, "Let me try this aloe vera." So I drank some of that, and I felt better. I'm like, okay, all right. So when I tried to get it at Walgreens, you know, they don't have nothing but, you know, the usual, you know, ginger ale and all that stuff. I'm like, ginger ale's okay, but I wanted some more of this aloe vera. So I think I'm going to stick with the aloe vera for a while. But thank you, Phyllis. Yep, JB is gone. Yep, thank you. Thank you very much, Phyllis. Of course, I dedicated the show to him last night. You know, most people, when they get out of a marriage or whatever, you know, they don't even think about the family no more. They're like, you know, yeah, it's my ex-father-in-law. They're like, yeah, he's, you know, he never did anything to me. Now, my first wife, that was a different story. Her daddy tried to take some of my DJ equipment. I wasn't too cool with that. But, you know, this father-in-law, he was straight up. He was cool. I always say, hey, dad, hello, dad, bye, dad. He always called me Mr. Greer, Mr. Greer. I'm like, one time he slipped up and called me son, and then he kept calling me son after that because all he had was girls. I said, I understand. But, he was a nice guy. And I told my wife, I said, look, you're going to have to share him. He's just too damn good. You're going to have to share him because I don't have my parents no more. So I said, you're just going to have to share him. So, James Bell, I'm going to miss you. But every time I see your daughter, I will see her. I will see you in her. She looks like her daddy. She said at one time she was going to have her teeth fixed because she has a gap like I do, right? She said, I thought about fixing my teeth. She said, but my daddy has a gap. I said, okay. My daddy had a gap too. But when he got his teeth fixed, he closed it up. So, Chiffon Miller. Good evening, Chiffon. Thank you for being on my live as always. Yes, Kim looked just like her daddy. Yep. So, yeah, she said, I never thought about having it fixed, but, but I didn't. I said, well, there you go. She asked me tonight, does it get any easier? I said, sweetheart, you ain't even been in the game yet. You just got in. Shoot, yeah, it's too early to tell. You're going to experience everything. Looking at his chair and he's not there. Walking around his house and he's not there. Smelling his cologne not there. I said Saturday mornings when y'all ain't having breakfast and drinking coffee together, it's gonna hit you. It's too early. It's really too early. But it, does it get easier? Eventually it does. The pain of not having a parent, a girlfriend, a husband, a wife, some things you don't ever get over. You just don't. You never get over it. That pain stays with you. No, depending on how long, and like a spouse. Depending on how long you were with that spouse, some of that pain never goes away. There's let me show you all this. You see this on my arm? You see this watch? That's my daddy's watch. I have a bunch of watches. I have gazillion watches. That one still keeps good time. I went to a jeweler's and had a battery put in it. It's been working ever since. Is it my favorite watch? Not really. My favorite watch was the one that my first wife gave me when we got married. That's my favorite watch. I got another watch from one of the churches that I play for. The bishop gave me his watch. I said, "That's a nice watch." He said, "You want it?" I said, "Man, I can't take your watch." He said, "I'm giving it to you." I said, "Okay." And I took it. Does it keep time? No, it doesn't. It looks nice though. It looks like a, straight up player watch. Doesn't keep good time though. Not at all. So, but there are things that's going to remind you of, you know, that person. And parents, please, you know, I was a mama's boy. She was definitely a daddy's girl. R. Kelly, Ron Isley, Aaron Hall, Heaven's Girl, right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Once again, hello to Phyllis Malloy Bender. Thank you for the pictures. Chiffon Miller's just stopping by to check in. Rita Green. What's going on, Rita? Long time no talk to. I was talking about the pain of losing a loved one. My my father-in-law passed yesterday, so I'm still a little shaken, but not stirred by that. You know, he continued to, I guess, defy death. Until he was just too tired. Like Clarence Carter said, he was just too weak to fight. So, he took his last bow and bowed out. But I'm going to be thinking about him every day because we never got a chance to go out and have Chinese food together. Most father-in-laws don't like their son-in-laws. We're like, you ain't going nowhere with my little girl. Bring her back. I dedicated last night's show to him and still talking about him. Here's Jesse Johnson. I'm just a wanting you. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Thank you, Pamela. Yep. The, the pain is rough. I lost my first love, my dad, 3 years ago. Mm. And see, you know, little girls, their first love is their daddy. That's it. Their first love is their daddy. Even after he's gone, it's like my daddy, my daddy, my daddy, and my pastor. Mm-mm. Ooh, Ooh, let me look at the election results. See if we got a new mayor named Johnson.
To perhaps come out and give their speeches tonight. We're hearing that they may do that in the next half hour or so, so we'll stand by. In the meantime, we do want to talk about what they may say. So let's say Brandon Johnson comes out and speaks tonight. What would you advise him to talk about? Does he sort of say, I've won this race, or does he say, let's wait till every vote is counted?
I think, given the numbers right now, if I were advising him, I just say, come out and be pretty aggressive. That we think it looks good for us. We think we're going to win. We think that we have the votes they're going to come in the next couple of weeks. And I think he'd be pretty aggressive. I'll be most interested to see what Paul Dallas says.
Well, the other point that I want to hear you guys work on is, the strategy that goes into these campaigns. Each candidate found his niche, and for Brandon Johnson, it was to identify Paul Dallas and label him as a Republican. And in a city like Chicago, it seems to have resonated.
Along as I just listened to the discussion before, I'm not sure if anything resonated. I just think they got their votes out, and they were working. The labor unions delivered the vote because there were so many issues. They talked issue.
All right, I want to see some numbers. I don't hear no talking. But they've been saying for weeks that this was going to be a close race. One was backed by Chicago Public Schools, and the other one backed by the CPD. And I am truly hoping, of course, these two incidents are unrelated, but it just happens to be the 55th anniversary of the death of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It would be nice to see if he won. It really would. That would be wonderful. I got a chance to meet him when he came up to WVON. When he announced his candidacy. And you got to think how many people were in the race, in the race for the mayor. I mean, there were quite a few. It was Chewy, it was Willie Wilson, Jamal Green. It was a whole bunch of people. So my thing is, hey, for him to be the only, Vallis was the only white, and there were a bunch of black people. It was a black lady running. I didn't really care for her. She was just, she was kind of full of herself. Like, I should be the mayor. Like, okay. It's like, see, it was thinking like that got what? Brandon Johnson wins mayor's race. If that's true, John Caldwell. If that's true, I'm gonna do a split. If if this is for real, you know, and by me working at a talk station, which is WVON, you know, a lot of people on the air could not, you know, they, of course, we can give our opinion as to who we want to win, but we could not convince anybody who to vote for. We couldn't tell them, hey, you know, well, WVON supports Brandon Johnson. WVON supports Paul Vallis. We ran commercials for both candidates. You know, it was aggressive. I mean, every break, you know, at the top of the hour, come out with a Paul Vallis commercial, followed by a Brandon Johnson commercial. At the 17 mark, another Brandon Johnson commercial, followed by another Paul Vallis commercial. At the bottom of the hour, I mean, just so on and so forth. So I don't know if this is an omen, you know, but if he won on the anniversary of the death of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., it was truly meant to happen. You know, and I think that, you know, all of the stuff that was said about Vallis, you know, people finally listened. It's like, you know, everywhere he had gone, you know, he just left a path of destruction. So, but I do believe that the gods are smiling down on us, you know. But even up until this morning, they kept saying that Paul Vallis had a lead over Brandon Johnson. He had a lead over him. Like, okay. And ain't over till the fat lady sings. That's all I got to say. Well, guess what? The fat lady has sung, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I couldn't be happier. There was a gentleman on VON earlier. He said that whoever won was going to be a one-term mayor. I don't believe it. Johnny Gill and my, right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. I'm happy to announce, and I'm looking at the screen right now, according to WGN Channel 9, Brandon Johnson wins mayor's race. I'm going to let that marinate with 51% of the votes. Old Paul couldn't pull it off. He could not pull it off. You know, he ran a good dirty race. He ran a dirty race. You know, Brandon, of course, just stated the facts that he, you know, that Vallis was a Republican. And Elo, thank you. Go ahead, Chicago. Yes. You know, Brandon just stated the fact that Vallis was a Republican, even though he was running as a Democrat. but it is just, like I said, on the 55th anniversary of the death of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., of which the election fell on that day this year. I could not be happier right now. So I was like, I hope he wins. And before I left tonight, two of my coworkers asked me, "Do you think he's going to win?" I said, I pray that he does. I hope that he does. I wish that he would. And he pulled it off. Congratulations to Brandon Johnson, the new mayor of the city of Chicago. I'll cry later. Here's Glenn Jones. Love. Woo! Thank you, Elo. Thank you. I think that, and this is my own opinion, I thought Vallis was a little too cocky. You know, Brandon, every time I saw him, you know, either on TV or in person, he was always, very down to earth. You know, there was not much, how can I say it? He was never pompous. He was never, Vallis was like, and that could be me. That could be me. But I guess he thought, hey, oh, that's that Jamal Green with him. That fool. Anyway. But I'm just happy that he won. It has nothing to do with him being black. Who am I kidding? It has everything to do with it, because if Vallis had won, we would not have another black mayor for another 8 years. We made history by having a black female lesbian mayor. So we made a little history there. So Jamal is I heard something about him that I will not repeat. I will not repeat. But my nephew told me a little story about him. I'm like, oh, really? Oh, okay. All right, Jay. With his tight suit wearing self. Mm-mm. Show it again. DJ smacked that ass, baby. Right on. Thank you, EJ. I appreciate that. Thank you. I am happy for him. Yeah. They kept saying that, Vallis had a commanding lead. Then they would say it was too close to tell. But yeah, it was close. But they said Vallis had a commanding lead over Brandon Johnson. Like, yeah, okay. I hear you. They kept on, and looks like Vallis is going to win. The devil is a liar. Bobby Rush. I never thought I would see the day. Even Danny Davis got behind Brandon Johnson. I was like, whoa. You saw the ad with Bobby Rush supporting Vallis. I'm like, come on, Uncle Bobby. Why? Why? We got to stick together. Not saying vote for him because he's black, but vote for him because he's black. This is the same man. This is the same Bobby Rush that said the police were ransacking his office. They was drinking his water. He said eating his peanut butter. Vallis was supported by the Chicago Police Department. I'm just saying. So Bobby Rush is going to support who was supported by the Chicago Police Department that ransacked his office and ate his popcorn, he said. He made it all up, really. He ain't Uncle Bobby no more. I'm like, no, Uncle Bobby. Why, man? Of course, I think what did it was when Bernie Sanders came to town, it was like, oh, it just got real. I'm like, Bernie Sanders? He don't even live here. My man Bernie. Bernie, here you go. Here's your official black card. Welcome to the family, Bernie. You Bernie Mac Sanders now. Bernie said, I ain't scared of you. Shit. I'm supporting the black man. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know no Paul Vallis. Yeah. You are so welcome, Miss Hightower. Thanks for the sweet love songs. That's what I do, I'm the Mac man. Thank you, Miss Hightower. And let me know when you're making the shrimp gumbo. Not gumbo, I'm sorry. The shrimp Alfredo, yes. I didn't know about the black card, but thanks for your support. Yeah. Bernie Sanders, Bernie Mac Sanders. The Jacksons from the Destiny album and push me away. Once again, congratulations to Brandon Johnson, who is the new mayor of Chicago. Yep. I see all these turncoats on Channel 9 right now. Bobby Rush. I used to look up to him, Bobby Rush. I'm like, man, that's what I'm going to look like in a few years. I hope I don't. I still got love for you, Bobby Rush, but you ain't Uncle Bobby no more. Even Danny Davis supported Brandon Johnson. Push Me Away is it is. That's the smoothest cut that they've made together, besides Good Times. But once again, congratulations to Brandon Johnson. He is the new mayor of Chicago. Some of my coworkers were asking me before I left, do you think Brandon's got a chance? And I was like, I really hope that he does win. I really do. I really and truly do. It would be fitting for him to win on the 55th anniversary of the death of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It would be fitting for him to win on this day. And he did. And he did. Once again, congratulations to Brandon Johnson. He's going to the 5th floor, baby. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Sharon Hightower. Thanks for checking in to Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Here's Isaac Hayes from the Joy album. It's called The Feeling Keeps On Coming. Mother Nature, what's she doing? Must be doing her thing. 'Cause every man in my body seems to have burst into flame. John Caldwell. You, a dog in. Play that harmonica, boy. Thing itself, yeah. He's so weak. Come on, Ike. The feeling keeps on. Deli Dell, what's going on? My man, my brother from another mother, Deli Dell. I heard some thunder outside. Mm-mm. What's going on, Deli Dell? Long time. I thought you had put me down. Deli Dell. Mm-mm. I guess Vallis, yeah, it is thunder. Thank you, Phyllis. I was like, mm-mm. I think Vallis, like I said earlier, I think he had it in the bag. He's like, they will vote for me, But I was so glad when I saw that Chuy Garcia got behind Brandon Johnson and was passing out literature and everything. As a matter of fact, I got two of those signs in my van right now that I got from Chuy. Same here, Deli Dell, and I'm gonna put one of them here in my studio, and you'll see it tomorrow night. But yeah, I saw all of these people, all these politicians back in Vallis. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, but it reminded me of Governor Rauner. Yeah, his daughter, she was 28 years old. He had adopted her. And they didn't say any cause of death. They just said that she passed away. And, it's, unfortunate. Excuse me. I'm like 28 years old. Yeah. Like, what is that hitting on my window? I'll be right back, guys. Talk amongst yourselves, okay? I'm back. Oh, they couldn't have built this apartment any better outside the second bedroom, which is my studio. Anyway. That's right. Hug the black people too, Vallis. Once again, congratulations, Brandon Johnson. That is a black name if ever I heard one. If I got a nephew named Brandon. Congratulations, Brandon Johnson. He's still shaking hands. I ain't mad at you, brother. Deli Dell, what's been up, man? Y'all can take the camera off of Alice whenever you want to now. We're done. We're done here. We're finished. We know he's mad. And it's interesting because I didn't see Willie Wilson there. I'm Willie Wilson. I'm known Paul Ballas. He couldn't even say Ballas. He said Ballas. Vote Paul Ballas. He will be the mayor for all the peoples. That's what he said on a commercial that we were running on WVON. He said, Paul Ballot will be the mayor for all the peoples. Base, how low can you go? Paul Ballot will be the mayor for all the peoples. I was like, no, he didn't. I know Paul Ballot for Paul Ballot. Like Love Ballot, he's Paul Ballot. You ain't know. Base, what's been going on, man? Paul Ballot will be the mayor for all the peoples. Vote Paul Ballot on April 4th. Paid for by friends of Paul Ballot. His name is Vallis, Paul Ballot. That's why you didn't get elected mayor, because no one could understand what you were saying, Dr. Wilson. Dr. Willie Wilson, Paul Ballot. Gotta love him, though. Mm-mm. That's right, Johnson headquarters. Now we're talking. Paul Ballot. So where was Willie Wilson tonight? And will make a statement saying that, I was wrong. Let me stop. I'm going to hell. I know. Base, how low can you go? Paul Ballot will be the mayor for all the peoples. I think Willie Wilson was trying to get Paul Ballot to be the mayor from the movie Do the Right Thing. Woo! Woo! Paul Ballot. Country Club Hills mayor. I should have ran for Country Club Hills mayor because I don't even know any one of these people. I think I'm going to run for mayor of Dalton. What do you guys think? You think they vote for me? Al Greer, oh yeah. Oh, what'd he do? I know the name sounds familiar. Two in a row from the great Isaac Hayes. A Man Will Be a Man and The Feeling Keeps on Coming, both from the album Joy, right here on Bedtime Stories, with the Peanut Butter Brother Dr. Al Greer, which was one of the last albums that he did on the Enterprise Stax label. Peanut Butter Brother Dr. Al Greer. Once again, congratulations to Brandon Johnson. He is the new mayor of the city of Chicago. And I think Brandon Johnson gonna be the mayor for all the peoples. I'm Willie Wilson, and I approve this message. I know I'm going to hell, right? Grubhub is a proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis in Chicago, WRLNradio.com. Congratulations, Brandon Johnson. He is the new mayor of the city of Chicago. And Brandon Johnson will be the mayor for all the peoples. Hello to Deli Dell, Chris Bass, John William Caldwell, Pamela Hawkins, especially Deli Dell. I haven't seen him in a while. This is one of his favorite songs from the OJs. You Got Your Hooks in Me on Bedtime Stories. I guess you've got your hooks in me. Pray for you. I must like it. Mm-mm. Mm. Mm-mm. Woo, Lord. You got your hooks in me. Mm-mm. Oh, 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 baby. I guess there was no runoff for the alderman of the 16th ward, huh? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hello, my queen. How are you? Troy Anthony, in lieu of gifts, I'm accepting PayPal presents for my birthday. Anything over 100 is cool. I hear you. Happy birthday once again. Everybody wish Troy a happy birthday. Troy Anthony. Yep, you all go ahead and wish Troy a happy birthday. How are you, Queen? To be true. Such a hard thing to do. Morgan Elise Johnson from the tribe. What tribe is she from? Anyway. Mm. Mm. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. I can actually say that's Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Teddy Pendergrass didn't even sing lead on that song. That was all Harold Melvin. And I could imagine that Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff said, okay, Hal, you can lead this one. It's not going to be a hit, but we'll let you lead this song, okay? And Hal put everything he had into it. But he was just no match for Theodore DeReese Pendergrass. Just no match for him. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Hello to Queen Deborah. Thank you so much for being on my Facebook Live. Chris Bass. Troy Anthony, happy birthday. And of course, Miss Hightower, thank you so much. I appreciate you. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, and this is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. From Chicago, who has a new mayor, and his name is Brandon Johnson. That name don't get no blacker in my Willie Wilson voice. It don't get no blacker than that. He is the mayor of all the peoples. The peoples has spoken, and he is the new mayor. The new mayor. Anyway, I wish my daughter was on this line so I can. She makes me laugh when she's trying to speak Ebonics. She grew up in the suburbs. Anyway, it's the first of two in a row from the Isley Brothers. Mm-mm. He got the whole family with him. Everybody natural. Even the little girl got nappy hair. I ain't mad at you. We's a natural family.
Done in conjunction with affordable housing, with the developers. You go out there and you set a plan and spur.
All right, let's listen to Brandon Johnson.
That's right. Shut up. Let the mayor talk. Let the mayor talk. Like, you got a hype man? What's really going on?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Never thought I'd see it.
Chicago, how the heck are you? You know, they said this would never happen.
Ain't that right?
So, you know, if they didn't know,
Now you know.
they know.
Now you know, baby.
There's so many people who are responsible for this moment. And I'd like to thank and take a second to thank those individuals. You know, but first, I want to make sure that I say this. The first thing that I want to say is to the Chicagoans who did not vote for me.
Ooh.
Here's what I want you to know. Here's what I want you to know. That I care about you. I value you. And I want to hear from you. I want to work with you. And I'll be the mayor for you too.
All right.
Because this campaign has always been about building a better stronger, safer Chicago for all the people of Chicago.
Woo!
And when I say all the people, I mean all the people, especially folks who have ever been on a payment plan.
Uh-oh.
So from Lincoln Park to Humboldt Park, from Jefferson Park to Garfield Park,
To Hyde Park.
there are so many people that made this possible. Of course, I want to thank my God. Aren't you glad, Chicago, that we serve a God who was at the beginning and the end?
Hallelujah.
Mm-mm.
And of course, to my family, my wife Stacy, I love you, baby. To my 3 children, Owen, Ethan, and Braden. And of course, to HCII, SCIU, SCIU 73, to the CTU, to the CCTU, to the IMT, the AMT, the UWF, because make no mistake about it, Chicago is a union town. I want to thank the board president, Tony Breckwinkle, the attorney general, Kwame Raoul, Congresswoman Delia Ramirez, Congresswoman Jan Chakowski, Congressman Jonathan Jackson, and then, of course, the Congressman Danny K. Davis.
Woo! Heavy hitters.
To someone who could not be here tonight. And we are praying for you, Congressman Garcia Chewy. We love you, brother. And to the 70 elected officials from across the country. But I also want to thank Paul Vallis for running for office, as difficult as it was. We want to thank you for your service, Paul. Chicago, tonight is just the beginning. With our voices and our votes, we have ushered in a new chapter in the history of our city.
Woo!
The truth is, the people have always worked for Chicago. Whether you wake up early to open the doors of your businesses, or teach middle school, or wear a badge to protect our streets, or nurse patients in need, or provide child care services, you have always worked for this city. And now Chicago will begin to work for its people, all the people. Because tonight is a gateway to a new future for our city. A city where you can thrive regardless of who you love or how much money you have in your bank account. A city that's truly safer for everyone by investing in what actually works to prevent crime. And that means youth employment, mental health centers, ensuring that law enforcement has the resources to solve and prevent crime. A city that actually respects the workers who keep it running and supports the entrepreneurs that keep it growing. A city where trains run on time and where no one is too poor to live in one of the richest cities, in one of the wealthiest nations, at the richest time in the history of the world. A city where public schools have the resources to meet the needs of every child across this city. Now, in other words, tonight is the beginning of a Chicago that truly invests in all of its people. Now, you've heard me say this before, Chicago. Well, you're going to keep hearing it because the heart of this movement has always been about
Ooh,
investing
excuse
in
me.
people.
Ooh, excuse me.
I'll be honest, this is personal for me. Investing in people is at the heart of this campaign because I've seen what this investment looks like. I grew up in a household with 10 of us, and if it weren't for Andrew and Jean, we wouldn't be here today. A home with 1 bathroom and 4 sisters. Let me tell you, you learn to negotiate early in life. Always ally with your sisters. But it wasn't always easy for us. My father worked 2 and 3 jobs just to make sure life was a little better for us. But I know what it's like to come home and your water's not on. I know what it's like to come home and thank God for a long orange extension cord from your window to your neighbor's window.
You know it.
But I also know what it's like to teach in Cabrini Green, where my students can see one of the wealthiest neighborhoods from their back window, but out of their front windows, bulldozers staring them down, preparing to destroy their public housing. I know what I'm talking about when people rely upon public transportation, and because it is not reliable, people have lost their jobs because of an unreliable, unsafe transportation system. So when I talk about investing in people, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. So I lost half my listeners because of the speech. I guess you all were supporting Paul Ballard. Woo. Spend the night. Spend the night. You know, she changed the entire sound of the Isley Brothers. Talking about Angela Winbush. Spend the Night. She brought that sound into the 20th century. You know, you don't even hear Ernie on there anymore. You just hear her on all the instruments, on the keyboards, the drum machine, singing background. And on the cover is just a picture of Ron Isley. Just Ron by himself, you know. She got down. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep, with the greatest love songs of all time. Once again, congratulating Brandon Johnson, who is the new mayor of the city of Chicago. Congratulations, Mr. Mayor. Here's Jermaine Jackson. Do what you do. Or in the words of Ray Charles, make it do what it do, baby. Yeah. Yeah. You're listening to Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep. What'd you say? What you say, John? Can anyone confirm this? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No. No, you didn't. You took a page from Troy's book, huh? It's a sad day for white folks. Can anyone confirm this? So sad. He got 51%. Boy, woo. They kept saying the race was close. Man, it was close up until the time that Bernie got here. Shoot, Bernie Sanders came into town, boy. It was like, uh-oh. I want to thank you. I can't even do Bernie. I had to do him as Bernie Mac Sanders. That's what's up. He's sweating now. I couldn't be happier right now. I had my doubts, though. I was like, because I could see them mounting up, putting their sheets on, putting their hoods over their heads. I saw them mounting up. I said, no, not today, bro. In the words of Pop's Roebuck Staples, take the sheet off your face, boy. It's a brand new day. What's up, Lady G? Lady G, we got a new mayor. I need to be the mayor so we can change the things around here. I need to be the governor. Yep. Lady G. Say it again, John. It's a sad day for white folks. Can anyone confirm this? Troy ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, you have nothing to say behind that, Troy, do you? I know. I'm truly elated right now. It's like I still don't believe it. I believe it, but I don't. In the words of Michael Jackson, YJ, huh? What? Who? I can't believe it. But it's true. It has happened. It has happened. We have something to be proud of. We as Black people have something to be proud of. Truly. And once again, I'm not just saying this because I'm Black, but I'm saying it because I'm Black. I'm not anti-white. I'm pro-Black. Who used to say that? Somebody used to say that. I'm not anti-white. I'm just pro-Black. And that's it. Lady G. All right. Who is it? The new mayor.
The king saying that no one is too poor to live in the richest city in America. Brandon Johnson basking in the glow of his supporters, accepting their congratulations for a hard-fought victory. Mayor of Chicago.
One of the first things he made sure to say today was to the Chicagoans who did not vote for me, I want to hear from you. So sort of extending a hand kind of letting people know that he wants to work with them.
To the business community.
To the business community.
Who is it? Congratulations, Vallis. He thought it would have been him. That's right. Brandon Johnson. Yep. Brandon is the new mayor now. What you say, big whoop? Dang. Dang, Lady G, you a little salty there? A little Morton there? Dang. I know I'm not probably supposed to say this. Then maybe I shouldn't, man. I'll just keep it to myself. I don't know. How can I put it without just coming out and saying it? I can make a gesture, can I? This is the gesture. You get it? Yeah. Yeah. Victor Jackson. Dang. No. John B. Babyface. Someone to love right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Coming up in about 20 minutes, we do foreplay. Hello to Lady G, also to Victor D. Jackson. Thank you for being on my Facebook Live. I appreciate it. Lady G said, I started not to vote. I wish I hadn't. Let me guess, you voted for the other guy who didn't win. Well, there's always 8 years from now. You can, and I'm sure that he'll run once again. Paul Ballot. Paul Ballot. Or as Willie Wilson calls him, Lady G says, I know nothing about Brandon Johnson. I hear you. And we know everything about Paul Vallis. I'm sorry, Paul Ballot. Anyway, like I said earlier, coming up, foreplay in about 20 minutes right here on Bedtime Stories. The show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love song. Normally, I don't play anything past a certain year, but I'm going to play this one anyway. It's a pretty song. It's Casey and JoJo. Paul ballots. I did not vote for Paul's ballots. Or as Willie Wilson said, Paul ballot. Paul ballots. Mm-mm. What happened? They had a runoff election? Yes. Paul Ballard, Flo Ballard's extremely light-skinned, illegitimate bastardized brother. Woo! No, Vic, we got a new mayor. So we can change the things around here. Our new mayor's name is Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson. Let that sink in. Yep. Jackie Bang at Vallis headquarters. Ain't nobody there. They went home. Just a few stragglers. Mm-mm. Just a few stragglers left. Lady G said, ballad, salad, bastard. Who gives a F? No one. No, I said MF. Okay, all right, calm down. Dad. Need some, yeah. Oh my God. Chill. Oh my God. Former school superintendent Paul Vallis. Yeah. What do you know about Paul Vallis, Vic? You cool? You cool? Okay. I'm like, hey, don't blow a gasket over there. Good Lord. Loosen up them bra straps. Hey. Valid, salad, bastard. Dang. Okay. I understand. It's okay. Good Lord. Leave my boob holder alone. Uh-uh. Very little, but the other people wanted him in bad about the dollar bill. Okay. I'm sorry, but from what I heard, everywhere he went, you know, places went bankrupt. I'm just saying, that's what I heard. This is the same man that tried to close Chicago State University, Paul Ballot. Yep. Mm-mm. I would have voted for Willie Wilson had he been on the ballot. Well, I guess I can say now. Don't hate me, guys. Let me get a close up. In the primaries, I voted for Willie Wilson. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. I mean, I thought about it. I'm like, he's done so much for Black people, giving away the gas cards and the, giving money to all the churches. I was like, Chicago is the political chocolate city now. Ain't no stopping them now. I heard that. Thank you. But I was like, I voted for Willie Wilson. I know. I voted for Willie Wilson. I did. I didn't know Brandon Johnson either. I knew of Paul Vallis. I didn't vote for him. Jamal Green and But I thought, maybe, with the new position, he would have taken speech lessons so that we could understand what the man was saying. I think Paul Ballas would be the mayor for all the peoples. You don't think it would have gotten any better? Who is Jamal Green? Jamal was the one that was riding around town in that big old green bus that he had. What's he gonna do with that bus now? That's what I want to know. What are you gonna do with the bus? Jamal Green. Phyllis Simon. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Dun, 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 dun. Phyllis Hyman Greer going to make changes. I hope he's going to make changes. Congratulations once again to Brandon Johnson, the new mayor of the city of Chicago. I wonder what Jamal Green's going to do with that big ass bus now, with his name printed on the side of it. John Caldwell said, sell it. Lady G said, that's good. I forgot to vote in the primaries and missed him coming here giving folks $50 bills. I could have kicked myself in the booty as if my foot was long enough. Dang, Lady G. You should try decaf, like DJ Carl Dobbins. Good Lord. You're on your soapbox tonight, girl. Calm down. Good Lord. So you voted for Willie Wilson. You still all right with me? I don't know now. I'm like, I voted for Willie Wilson in the primaries. What was I thinking? I don't know. Like I said, I didn't know the other candidates. I had met Willie Wilson. I talked a couple of times to Willie Wilson. And someone asked me, I'm not going to say who it was. They said, so what have the other candidates done for the community? And I thought about it. I'm like, well, damn. J-Maw, nothing, just riding around in that big old green bus. Sophia King, I think that was her name. She didn't do nothing. I said, Willie Wilson, because he was giving out $50 bills and $100 bills, y'all. He was just giving out money to everybody. It's like he was trying to buy the election. But I guess it backfired on him. All the people like, thank you for the gas card. Mumbles. Anyway, I don't know what you're saying, brother, but I'm about to fill up this tank with this $50 gas card. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer with Walter Jackson. Tell me where it hurts, and I'll rub it for you real gently, okay? Life can be sad, yet you're laughing. Girl, you smile, and yet you're blue. You know, I don't drink no coffee. Lady G said, although my first choice was Lori Lightfoot. And I understand. But what happened was Lori Lightfoot tore her draws with a lot of people on some of the comments that she made. County Commissioner and labor organizer Brandon Johnson, he's had a lot of political juice, not a stranger to big politics and Chicago fresh blood. I hear you. But back to Lori Lightfoot. She kind of shot her Lightfoot, or shot herself in the Lightfoot, I should say. You know, she made some comments that were just unbecoming of not only a mayor, but a woman, period. You know, she said she had some bigger kahunas than somebody else. I'm like, whoa. Okay. Ooh, I know where she is. Mm-mm. Not because she's black, gay, and a female, but I admire her courage to speak her mind. And speaking her mind is what got her unelected. Because while the black folks didn't care what she said, they thought it was, you know, kind of humorous. Like, she don't have no testicles. But the white folks heard that and they were like, let's take her down. You know, she got too cocky. She was on an interview on WVON with Kimberly Agoin. And she said, I am not a candidate. I am there. Those were her exact words. I wish I could have pulled the recording of that. She said, "I am not a candidate. I am the mayor." I said, "Okay, all right." So they took her down. You know, I'm sorry. They took her down like a sniper shooting at somebody on the second floor of the Lorraine Motel. Okay. Yeah. Sorry I had to use that analogy, but Uncle Foot made a lot of enemies. Even her own base didn't want to support her towards the end of her tenure. You can't go around with "it's my way or the highway" mentality. You're absolutely right, sir. He said, "Uncle Foot." Ah, no, you didn't. No, you didn't, Uncle Foot. Oh, Uncle Foot. You didn't go there, did you? Chris Bass. But it's true. She made a lot of enemies. You know, the police didn't even want to protect her no more. Written by the great Eugene Records of the Shalites. That is Walter Jackson and "Tell Me Where It Hurts." Speaking of which, tomorrow night we will premiere the new song by Eugene Records. He had a whole bunch of songs that he recorded, but was never released for one reason or another. But tomorrow night, I got it. I got it. And you will hear it tomorrow at 9 o'clock right here on Bedtime Stories with your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. So make sure you are tuned in. Also, I have an interview with a well-known preacher, or soon-to-be well-known preacher. So you don't want to miss that either. Uncle Foot. I know, right? It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer, reminding you that on Easter, I will be at Josephine's at 436 East 79th Street for their annual Easter brunch. So make sure you bring your appetite and some money. Bedtime Stories is brought to you by our good friends over at Grubhub. Mm-mm. Grubhub. What happened to my mic? You know. Grubhub is a proud sponsor of Bedtime Stories here on WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WDLB Indianapolis and Chicago, as well as WRLN, Rayford Leonard Neal, radio.com, his whole government name. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. And in honor of Brandon Johnson winning tonight, I bring to you his cousins. You're like, his cousins? What are you talking about, Al? He's Brandon Johnson, and they are the brothers Johnson, George and Lewis, that is, on Bedtime Stories. That's why Brother Malcolm was killed, because he didn't bite his tongue about calling out white folk on their stuff. find a way. But Lori Lightfoot is not Brother Malcolm. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Lady G. I mean, she spoke her mind, you know. You can't fault her for that. She did speak her mind. But Brother Malcolm did it in an eloquent way, you know. He never used such language as, you know, my balls are bigger than so and so and such and such. Brother Malcolm never used profanity or never used derogatory term. You know, I mean, I give her that for speaking her mind. But sometimes you have to choose your words wisely, and she didn't. And the white folks were like, take her down. That's the difference. Take her down. Who does she think she is? We put her in office. She didn't put herself in office. That's all I'm saying, Lady G. You know, her language was unbecoming, you know, of a mayor of the third largest city in the country. And yeah, I'm just saying. He's back. And now he's black. Black Elvis. I guess we have a new mayor now. What do you say, John? I guess you're responding to Troy's post. Troy Anthony, big, small, we love them too. Yes, we do. Yes, Maurice, we have a new mayor. Lady G is done with this convo. Okay. Have a good evening. DJ Carl Dobbins in the house. And you're near. We share. I'm sorry, sir. I have a title now. The official doctor's DJ. That's right. And I tell you what he meant by that. When asked, who's DJing your party, Unc? I said, I guess you are. Ralph, of course, did it a year ago, or 2 years ago, I should say. So I guess he got mad because he didn't get paid. One year I had Eric E.T. Taylor to DJ my party. I was like, wow, you want to DJ my party? And he did. And I offered to pay him. He's like, no, doc. Well, this is before I was Dr. Al Greer. He said, no, I can't. You can't take no money? What? So ever since then, I've given him nothing but respect. I was like, you won't even take any money? I was like, okay. So, and DJ Carl asked me, who was DJing my party? I was like, I don't know. Vince Brown? I don't know. So that was it. He did my party. And ever since then, yes, he's been the official DJ of Dr. Al Greer. So it's like, kind of like Randall is the official DJ of Robert. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's right. We play the hits, baby. That's for sure. That's for sure. So let's see now. TikTok's been hit with nearly $16 million in the UK. Really? Mm. I sent a message out to a certain young lady and I still haven't gotten a response. Hint, 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 hint. Really? Mm. All righty then. Gee, I wonder who that young lady was, DJ Carl Dobbins. Interesting. Wrapping up foreplay with Brandon Johnson's cousins, the brothers Johnson, Land of Ladies, right here on Bedtime Stories, with your peanut butter brother Al Greer. Thank you so much. Once again, congratulating Brandon Johnson. He is the new mayor of Chicago. Congratulations, Brother Johnson. Here's some more Brothers Johnson. This is a leftover. I had to play this one. This is tomorrow, the B-side of Get the Funk Out My Face on Bedtime Stories. DJ called Dobbins. Yes, I am, sir. That's right, the Brothers Johnson. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, you like that one too. That's man, that's my jam. So any events planned or should I? Um, that's a good question. I have a party next, not this week, but next week. I need somebody to set up and start for me. Ooh. Mow. Bow. Mow. Oh. Oh. I think I just fell in love with somebody on the Jardinance commercial. The big girl that's dancing in the blue outfit. Yeah. Big girls rule. Skinny girls drool. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. It's bedtime stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. That was Selena Johnson. And if you play your cards right, originally done by Alicia Myers. Selena does a great job on that song. That is my girl. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Coming up on Easter Sunday, I will be at Josephine's Cooking over at 436 East 79th Street. And of course, a succulent brunch will be served. And their buffet in their newly remodeled event room. So make sure if you're not doing anything, excuse me, if you're not doing anything on Sunday after church, come on right on down and see me. All right. All right. Once again, that is this Sunday, Easter Sunday, along with this gentleman I went to school with. He's going to be Ken Davis, the Ken Davis Experience. Here's the experience from Jermaine Jackson. 2 in a row from Jermaine. My Touch of Madness on Bedtime Stories. Yes, big girls do need love too. And I will be the one to do it. Yes, big girls definitely need love too. I know, right? Help yourself, sir. Yes. Yes, I will take I'll take big girls for 500, Alex. Yes. All right, sir. I will see you then. Can't make it Sunday after sleep and watch television. Sounds good to me. I know, right? Great answer, Troy. Survey says excuse me. I know, right? Great conversation. It'll never stand. Everybody got quiet. Jermaine Jackson and Castle of Sand on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. With the Peanut Butter Brother, Dr. Al Greer, thank you so much for joining us, especially everybody on Facebook tonight. It's like everybody, I guess they're all tired out from the election. I guess they kind of wore them out for those who voted today. And once again, we can't tell you who to vote for. All we can say is may the best man win, and they did. To me, anyway. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories. Carl Darwin said, all right, a Daddy Rich flashback, 80 degrees, New York, New Year's Eve, sweet Georgia Browns. We were on the patio in the back. Daddy Rich was playing. He says, over the mic, Happy New Year, Carl. Let's have some Cheerios and champagne. I'm like, what a place packed missed. What? I'm like, what place packed missed him so much? I miss him too. Anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Normally, I don't do newer music. It's always old stuff. Here's Eric Benet, Chocolate Legs on Bedtime Stories. Daddy Rich. That's right, chocolate legs. Vidal Steele, what's going on, sir? Chocolate legs. I know he wasn't singing about Holly because her legs wasn't chocolate. They're more like peanut butter legs. I'm just saying. That's what I'm talking about. So Vidal Steele, I don't know if you're here in Chicago, but I'm sure you've heard by now that we have a new mayor. I'm just gloating. I'm gloating too much, right? Once again, congratulations to Brandon Johnson, new mayor of the city of Chicago. Yep. He won fair and square, squarely and fairly. I'm happy too. Yep. I think everybody, and in my opinion, if they had voted Vallis in, it would have been business as usual. And there was something that Danny Davis said to me. And I said, what about the machine? He said, the machine is gone. All those people are dead. I said, wow. They're either dead or they're no longer in office. I was like, okay. So he said, there's no more machine as we know it. This came from Danny K. Davis. I was like, oh, okay. So, it's a new day here in Chicago. And I think that, and I felt it. I felt that it was time for change. And people got tired of the same old politics, as it were, or as it was here in Chicago. And I think people were tired, and it was time for a change. So that's pretty much what I think it is. People were tired of the same old, same old. Was Lori Lightfoot any different than Rahm Emanuel? Than Richie Daley? And the answer is no. It was politics as usual. And that's it. She wasn't the most friendly mayor that we'd ever had. I mean, even when Richie Daley came to Kennedy King, he did take a selfie with me. Mayor Lightfoot looked at me at a function at Kennedy King for the 16th Ward Alderman Stephanie Coleman. She looked at me like I just pooped on the floor. She looked down at the wires that were on the floor. Well, I was DJing, so where she came in, I was set up. So, my big orange extension cord and everything else. She was kind of upset by that. She looked down on the floor like, can you move that out the way? No. Can you step over it, shorty? Linda Red, what's going on? So, once again, people were tired of politics, as it were. So They were ready for a change. And I had said this a few weeks ago. I said, it's time for some new blood. You know, it's time for some fresh new ideas. So I wasn't sure if that was going to happen. You know, were we going to get fresh new ideas? Were we going to get, you know, something different? And we did. And I also said a few weeks ago, I said I never felt this way about an election since the election of Harold Washington. I was like, we're going to make history. We're going to make history if this happens. You know, we will make history. That's right, Linda. Day and night, summer. Not afraid to cry. Hold on, Uncle Marshall. His name is London Jones. That's what makes a man a man. It's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This is Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. Once again, congratulating Brandon Johnson, the new mayor here in Chicago. Couldn't be happier. Thank you to Vidal Steele, Linda Red, and DJ Carl Dobbins for being on my Facebook Live. Here are the Isley brothers, all in my lover's eyes. Your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Uncle Marshall.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'll get you after I do the concert this weekend.
Okay.
Everything's good. The record is doing very good, man. I did 600,000 in one day.
For real?
Yeah, it's gonna hold on to your dream. The new one.
Would you re-release it or you redid it?
And we re-released it. Can you see the cover and all that stuff? You see the new cover?
Yeah, I did.
Well, we released the new version. The version like when I talk about the doctors and then we shipped.
Yeah.
We shipped to every high school, every college, and every grammar school. We went out tomorrow morning.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, everyone in the United States. They're doing it right here from Vegas.
All right.
And we did 65,000 in one day on sales in streams.
Wow. In one day?
One day, yeah, day for yesterday.
Man. Woo.
Well, see, it's on time. It's just schooling. I got that robe cap and gown on. I got my doctorates, and it's fitting right into the graduation.
Yep, sure does.
Yeah, it's perfect, man. I thought you was playing it. I mean, everybody's talking about that thing today.
I'm still playing the old one.
Yeah, you got to play the new one.
Okay. I'll switch them out tomorrow.
You got the new one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's one where I say a doctor, you could be a lawyer, doctor, and even a president. I mean, she got that on the beginning.
Okay. I'm going to switch them out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's new one. Yeah, you know that, man, that thing is going to be huge for the summer.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, yeah, I was just calling about, yo, got that new mayor, man. Let's see what happened now with y'all.
I know, right?
I hope you stop all that killing, man. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm scared to come in my own hometown now, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. I don't know if somebody gonna shoot at my car, my new car. I'm ready. It's crazy.
It's bad. It's really bad.
And I know you be ducking and dodging around there yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, you know, I'm in Inglewood.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
You still in the same place?
I'm on 64th and Morgan now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is it okay?
Yeah.
Is it crazy around there though?
Not on my block. It's older people on my block, so yeah, they ain't messing around.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I took that record. They told me at the casino here. They said, man, I can stand ovation every night. I said, hey,
Oh, okay.
they say, man, you gotta put that thing out. It's graduation time, man. This is time. You got that Calvin Cowan roll on?
There you go.
He said, it's time to go with that, buddy. It's still time. The timing is right.
Yep, sure is.
See, they started going to the stores, getting the Captain Gown in about another week and a half from now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just hitting them, and then they're looking at me sitting up there with that doctor's robe on and Captain Gown. And then I got that record like this. Sam called me. He wanted to get it quick, boy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Sam said, give me that record because he heard. So he got the ring out there.
Mm-hmm.
Them colleges is getting ready to get that thing, man. They gonna blow that thing through the roof, man.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Ain't that something, man? You never know what's gonna do something, man. You don't know what this stuff gonna do.
Got another hit.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be at every college tomorrow. They shipping. They point them buttons up. Yeah, they got them buttons. The people that gave me the doctors, they got a list of all the colleges all over. They hit one button, and everybody at every college get that thing at one time.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah. So what you doing? I see you on the air.
Yeah. I'm about to sign off right now.
Okay, well, get you some rest and stuff.
All right.
Okay, then, bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
This is Miss Delicious, and you're listening to my Big Daddy, Greer, with Bedtime Stories.
I got you. DJ Colt Dubbins.
President, all you got to do is believe. Children, hold on.
Nope. That's actually Marshall Thompson's version.
It's very cold. It is not for the young or old.
Yeah, he redid it a few years ago. But he sounds so much like Ouija. And your dream.
Goes round and round. Sometimes the world can
Get you down.
just don't give up this way. If the sun to shine, turn off the sunshine for your life. Oh no, to your dream. Leave it alone. And love be the light to show the way. And love will shine on you one day. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Monday. Hold on. The Shawlights featuring Marshall Thompson, Dr. Marshall Thompson, and Hold On to Your Dreams. That's going to do it for me, Al Greer. Thank you so much for staying up with me. John Caldwell, DJ Carl Dobbins, Sheila Forrest, Lady G, and you too, Troy. Happy birthday, man. Thank you so much, as always. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, Miss Delicious. Ooh, excuse me. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, Miss Delicious. And good night, everyone else.